Hey there, you that want to turn your ideas into animation? You like hand drawing everything you do? Well, good news for you is because today we're going to be covering how to set Krita up for animation. Welcome to the Digital Paw Workshop. It is I, the awkward pause that ruins your perfect animation. Techno Meow Tinkerer. So, okay, we're here in the Krita, so let's go ahead and create our new canvas. Now set whatever dimensions you want. For testing, probably keep it around 100 or 72, because I will let you know if you try to do some stuff at a higher res, if your computer's not powerful enough, it may drop frames or become sluggish when doing stuff. So we just go ahead and open up a new thing. Now there's a couple ways you can set the layout for the animation. I kind of just zoomed out there a little bit. You can come to setting and you can go to Dockers and you can get the animation timeline. Come back. We also got the onion skins you will want, and then finally, let's see, we want the animation curves. And so you can kind of get all your stuff together. Now sometimes it may put it in some weird places. So if you grab, if I grab like this, sometimes, well, maybe it's because I've set it up so like you can get some of the stuff and move around. Move it now, but anyway. So you can kind of set it up that way, or you can kind of come in and go to workspace and then animation, and it kind of sets up this thing. The only thing is you may not have your color palette or brushes, and to get those you just come up here to Dockers. You want your advanced color wheel if that's what you want, and bring it on over, and then you can also do your Dockers and then your brushes, and then you can bring them on over, so that way you can have everything working on one side of the screen instead of multiple sides. So some of the stuff we're going to take a look down here now at the timeline here. Come on down. You have all this stuff now. The toolbar here, you have a bunch of things. This lets you skip to different sections, and you can move. You got your forward and backwards frame moving. You have your play and stop, as well as you can type in the actual frame you want to jump to. This will drop the frames when you're in playback, so if you need to drop frames if you don't have a strong enough computer. Your speed, you have your blank frame, your duplicate, and your delete frame. So this is add blank frame. You also can do that here. Just right click. You have some of your stuff like create blank frame, create the duplicate, and remove the frame or pull. So you can basically the same icons here is done in your right click. So I'm going to let's see, create blank frame. Go ahead and do that. Now you got some other controls here. This one allows you to import new layers. Instead of having to come up here to your layers, you can just simply import. You can create a new one here. You also have a way of there's supposed to be a way. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, right here is the where you can add an audio. So if you need to add an audio track, a music, or anything, you can do that. People talking. Right here, this lets you basically zoom in and zoom out on your timeline for how much you need. So I'm just going to kind of zoom in. Come on, zoom in here, because we're not going to be needing that many frames. Come on, zoom. Now over here, let me slide this up so we can see this side a little bit better. Over here on your onion skin, or I can just I'll pull it up right here so we can see it. This right here controls how many layers of onion skin, and how to turn that on is this little icon above right there. But also you got an onion skin icon here that turns on. This controls the overall opacity for all of them. This controls for each individual frame that's previous and before. I have not seen how tint really affects anything here, But you also can change the color of what your onion skins, the before and after are. So right now, as you can see here, I got just a blank layer, and I can go ahead and create a couple more of these. They're basically a blank one with just this blue outline. So if I was to come here and grab my pen, and if I was to sit here, and I can, like, say, like if I just want to draw, let me actually change this color here. I want to change you to something like blue. Let me drop my timeline down so I can get in here on my canvas a little bit better. Come on, zoom in. And let's see, I do want to change the size of this a little bit. 13, a little bit more than that, because we want to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. So I can sit here and I can draw on this one. Not a very good. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually drop this down. I'm trying to do a raindrop. So we're going to try to do a little old raindrop. And so if I come up to this line here, and I turn my onion skin on, I can see where my previous raindrop is. So there's probably a couple different ways. I mean, you can always retrace back over doing this, and depending upon what you're doing is how you're going to probably animate this stuff. And so I'm just going to grab this, transform. I probably didn't really need to do that, not the marquee. So we're going to transform that there. I'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't have to do the marquee. Now I can sit here and I can now duplicate that frame of sight, which is whatever one that's behind it. I can hit the duplicate. Come on. Oh, that was supposed to duplicate. Let's see. Alright. This key. Oh no, what it's going to make it. Okay, now I know what duplicate. Duplicate just means it just repeats that frame. So like if I need to create a couple different so if I need this to last longer, that's what would duplicate would do. So in this case, I'll redraw my brush tool, redraw it, hit my transform, and I can bring it on down. So yeah, get it back in the center here. So we kind of got a little raindrop going. I can probably copy. Let me see if I copy and paste. I've not tried that yet. Oops. Nope. Don't want to do that. So as you can see, it's not showing the first one. That's because of the onion skin down here. But I can come and I should be able to click on. Let me get my mouse. Maybe there we go. I can click on ever how many frames I want. So depending on what you want to do, go back to my brush tool. Draw another raindrop, and boy, this one, probably what I should do is probably end up making it a little bit more elongated, because gravity, you end up gaining some speed. And we'll slide this on down, and if I click here, make sure I'm clicked on my timeline, I can go I should be able to hit my arrow keys. Well, it's not going to let me do my. Now, if I can use my scroll wheel, it lets me go forward and backwards. And you can see my little raindrop come down. But I'm supposed to be able to use my arrow keys. Or is I supposed to click on this part? I don't know. You hit the play and goes through. Now, see, the play automatically goes, keeps going. So no matter where I stop, it's going to start back on the keyframe I started on. Now we can change some settings over here where it says the animation setting menu, there's 3 bars. This tells me where the clip starts, so whatever frame I want to start on. This one lets me end the frame, so we'll just do 10 for right now because we don't really need that many. And the frame rate. Now right here it lets you do auto frame mode as well as auto key duplicate. So this is auto create blank, auto create. And what auto create blank does is when you go to start drawing, it automatically makes another keyframe. And so let's see, I want to select these. Let's move you over Let's move this over, and let's go ahead and move this on over. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and just draw my little splash. Yeah, high quality animation, people. Very high quality. So, oops. So, splash. Now, it's supposed to automatically create a keyframe. Oh, that's right, I didn't set it to that, did I? I just set it to duplicate. Auto create keyframe. Delete that. So when I click, whoops. So when I click there, I did put it on auto create keyframe. Yeah, auto create blank. Gotta make sure it's on the right one. And now we do our splash. And we'll do one more over here. Are you just creating a keyframe, or are you actually just, let's see. Okay, yeah, now it's still creating keyframe. I had to sit there and make sure. So we're gonna go. Yes, very high quality. So now when I come back here, click on this one, hit. Boom! I got my raindrop going. Not bad, just for a little simple thing. Okay, we're gonna hit stop. Let's see. I think that's pretty much the majority of the stuff as far as how just to quickly use it. To render it, you can come out to render animation. The same thing if you watch my how to make an animated GIF. Also on that one, I tell you how to get this FFmpeg file, and you have to get it set up. That's if you want to do video. You can do it as animated PNG, MP4, whatever. But if you don't have that file, you can always use an image sequence, and then just import it into whatever video animation program you want. Like I use Olive. But you just simply go here. If you got, you'll set up all your stuff. See now here, compared to my animated GIF, I already got my last frame set up here, which I can probably go into, since the animated GIF uses this. I can probably go in and set it up in there. The actual width, height, how many frames per second, and of course your title location. And when you just export it out, you now have some animation. And this is just a quick overview on how you can set up Krita to do animation. And if you like my content, you get these websites right here to support me in different ways, as well as like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting. And also check out my video on how to create animated GIFs in Krita, an easy tutorial where I kind of go in through some of the process of importing image sequence frames and rendering them out. You'll use the same rendering technique for the GIFs as you would for doing animation. Have a nice day.